Chapter 1, Subchapter 2, Secondary Dedications. To those born anywhere in China between 2009 and 2014 with mixed blood, and to your offspring over the next many generations. Years ago, my best friend Mishimoto introduced me to the life and exploits of Genghis Khan. Who was Mishi? I will tell you more about him later in the book. Together, we became captivated by the astonishing fact that geneticists estimate 16 million men in Asia today carry the same Y chromosome as the great Mongol leader. Genghis Khan, after all, reportedly had up to 500 concubines during his lifetime. Actually, it wasn't I who was initially intrigued, it was Mishi. He nudged me towards this obsession. To this day, many Chinese women are still actively seeking sperm donors to have mixed-race children. Before I married and had 2 sons, I entertained the unusual idea of passing on my genes to these women. Women I believed who were financially prepared to raise a child. I ended up working with several agencies across China, many in fact. It's entirely possible that my offspring in China number in the hundreds, with children born between 2009 and 2014. If for whatever reason they froze my sperm, which I believe happened, the 2014 date will be extended. To avoid suspicion, I used multiple fake IDs. If some of these agencies operated less ethically than they claimed, the number could even reach into the thousands. If you were raised in China and only know the Chinese language, the chances of you finding this book are slim. I can't imagine the Chinese authorities allowing this book to be sold locally. However, if you have made your way to the West, there's a much greater chance you will stumble upon this autobiography. If you're reading these words, then the next sentence might bring a cold chill down your spine. Are you ready? When you look at people, do they appear to have colors associated with them? Not vivid, bold colors, but softer, pastel-like hues, shimmering faintly. Do these colors seem to surround their heads, perhaps lightly extending around their shoulders? Do the colors change from person to person? If you're asking yourself why I'm saying this, then you are not my child. But if you do understand my question, if you can see these colors, well then this book is for you. My genes, and now your genes, descend from a long line of fortune tellers, healers, and some would say even witches. You have a unique gift, though it is only partially activated. I first learned how to activate mine in my late teens. Over the years, I have uncovered more of its mysteries and expanded its potential. I will explore this gift in detail throughout the chapters of this book. These genes, I believe, are dominant and will be passed down to your children and your children's children. So welcome, my progeny, to your Bible on how to unlock your wonderful gifts. It would appear that I have introduced a modified genetic variant into our Homo sapiens DNA strand. For better or for worse, only time will tell. To all other readers, throughout this book, I will refer to you as Average Joes or simply AJs. The purpose of this memoir is unusual. I need you to like it enough for it to gain popularity so that someday my sons will hear about it. They will read it, and their lives will never be the same. The same wish can be said for the generations of my progeny that follow, that their lives should also be impacted by my words, that they should also have a chance to discover the uniqueness of their DNA. As for you, AJs, I have rarely interacted with so many of you, and I find this both intriguing and unsettling. I have a wealth of insights to share, but the idea of this book gaining widespread attention unnerves me. For that to happen, I can't hold back. Too much of my life will inevitably be exposed, well beyond my comfort zone. Deciding what to share and what to withhold will be a struggle. Why? Because beyond my unique genes, I have to be very careful about allowing too many breadcrumbs that might lead to my children. Furthermore, I kind of have a strange way of looking at life, a stranger way of dealing with society and with people. I don't think we view the world the same way. Much of this will become clearer as you read. AJs, I've worn many hats in my life, including that of a teacher and pseudo-mentor. Some people even considered me their life coach, and when they come across this book, they will know it's me. If you know my name, please keep it to yourself. So what have I been teaching my students for over 20 years? I have taught them to live with purpose and to focus on what truly matters in this life. I have shown them how to cut through the noise that surrounds us, manage stress, and ultimately find happiness. I have encouraged them to step back from society, to push themselves to be, well, more than what they were yesterday, and eventually to find new levels of happiness and self-acceptance. Most importantly, I have taught them how to influence others. Influence sounds polite, almost innocent, but the truth is, I taught them the art of manipulation. Make no mistake, the power to influence, or manipulate, is intoxicating. AJs, maybe there's something here for you, maybe not. I don't expect more than a few of you to take any of this to heart. You will read it, maybe chuckle a few times, maybe indulge in a few fantasies, then you will set the book down and forget most of what you have read. Why? Because real change demands shedding fears and stepping outside society's rules. None of you are truly prepared for that. But perhaps you will use this book to raise your children, to be stronger, more confident, and more powerful. The complete lessons for the rearing of children will probably not be in this book. I doubt I will have time to complete that in its entirety. The editing simply takes too long, and I feel it is too risky to delay the release of this part 1, knowing that I am being hunted. My associate will edit it and publish it. At the end of the day, enjoy the read. If you wish to believe that my life was real, good for you. If you wish to believe that I never existed, so be it. But please, make this book a treasure to be discussed and memorialized. Make sure my sons can find it someday, because this book is truly written for them. Oh, why is my name hidden? I know the Chinese government and others will eventually come across this book. Secrecy is very important to me, and I am most certainly dead. However, my sons are alive, and I will do whatever is necessary to keep their identities hidden. AJs, did you like the name I chose for myself? I am Ant? Yes, I am an ant, an insect, an insignificant little bug. Perhaps the source of my inner strength.